lights and cameras and mirrors.
Oh, hello, it's your boy, Auteur Deluxe. So I rolled the dice, I closed my eyes, and I shuffled my watch list and decided I'm gonna watch the next four that come up no matter what. We're starting with Private Chat. That was the first one that came up. Private Chat is a movie that I added to my watch list as a bit of a meme. Much like Flinch, I only really wanted to see it because Buddy Duress is in it. Julia Fox is also in it from Uncut Gems. I found out about this movie through Safdie Brothers Facebook groups because two Safdie actors are in it. Didn't know that much else going into it. Obviously, I knew it was going to be a very horny movie. It's about a cam girl, but other than that, didn't know much. This will be a spoiler-free review. I'm not going to tell you anything that wouldn't be on the back of a DVD. Remember DVD? Private Chat follows Jack, who is a professional slacker, and he plays poker online as his job, as he falls for a cam girl played by Julia Fox, and things get complicated. I'll say that. I'm not going to get more into it because I don't want to do spoilers. This is a very raw movie, especially with its sexuality. You see a lot of movies and there's sex scenes. Sex scenes are normal. It's 2021. We're all free, whatever. But you know how sometimes you see a movie and you're like, is that okay? What is this rated? Are they allowed to do that? I felt that way with Bruno Dumont's La Vie Jésus, or Life of Jesus in English. That movie had unsimulated sex scenes and they were intense and they were really porking. And this movie has some things like that where I don't know how you could have faked it, and I don't think they did fake it. I just think they're touching each other's junk at some point. I mean, obviously this movie's about a cam girl. I expected some nudity, I expected some sexuality, but I was a little shocked by how horny and how far this movie goes. This movie really reminded me of a Gaspar Noé film, especially after having just watched Irreversible recently. The camera moves in that kind of voyeuristic way. Obviously, it's not one for one like a Gaspar Noé film. It's not Enter the Void. It's not like spiraling out of control, going upside down, anything like that, like Climax, Enter the Void. But it is a little voyeuristic. It feels like handy cam. Feels like you're watching something in like a found footage horror film, like a Rec or VHS. And it does have a feel, it's not a super dark movie, but because it's shot that way, you kind of feel like you don't know what to expect or what's coming. It also had cool titles like a Noé film. I think they used the same font, I don't know. One reminded me of the other. I love in Noé's I Stand Alone when literally a warning pops up on the screen that tells you to exit the cinema if you can't handle the end of the film. I love that. And this movie has a lot of stuff like that, not like a warning, but just titles on the screen. They're texting each other, they're messaging each other. He's putting in tokens to watch this private chat or watch this cam girl, and it shows up on the screen. And they do that interestingly because in this day and age, you've got to do that interestingly. You've got to play that correctly because I don't think you can have a movie that is modern where you're not texting. People are living in their fucking phones. They're living their lives online, and you have to be able to portray that. Like how a novelist gets inside someone's head and you are kind of omnipotent and read their thoughts. You have to play it right with the texting thing in a movie or the chatting thing in a movie. And obviously this movie's called Private Chat, but I think some movies do that really well. For example, one of my favorites, Waves, and also Personal Shopper did that very well. They showed texting, and texting played a very important part in that movie. It's a very good thriller. Some movies don't play that kind of thing right. I just watched Mainstream, the Andrew Garfield vehicle with Maya Hawke, and Maya Hawke is literally throwing up emojis at one point, and they treat YouTube like this Tim and Eric 2007 over the top. It's like a Major Lazer video. It's too fucking much. This movie harps on several different themes, and I think it does it very effectively. Obviously, one of the big themes is the transactional nature of the world we live in. Do people really do anything without expecting something in return? Who's using who in a relationship, in this kind of a relationship? This movie harps on delusion big time, and it made me finally kind of get real with myself and admit that I love delusional characters. I am fascinated by delusional characters, and this movie portrays a very delusional character in a very interesting way. Brings to mind Travis Bickle, the protagonist from The Piano Teacher, Jane and Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, Christine, the movie about the newscaster, not the one about the car. And I am literally obsessed with Eric the actor from the Howard Stern show. Here's a short clip just showing pure, unmitigated, unfiltered delusion, and it's beautiful, and it's comedy gold, and it is genius.
But you think that's a major character flaw that you have, that you can't take responsibility for any of your relationships going wrong?
I'm sure that I have nothing to do with it. I'm sure that you guys are the reason why Johnny is not talking to me.
Well, how did we do this?
Yeah.
Tell us how.
These are all great characters to me. They're very interesting characters to me, and Jack from Private Chat is right up there. He's literally playing online blackjack poorly as a career, and that's his life, and he thinks he's got these grand delusions about his life with the Julia Fox character, and they're very deluded. His ex-girlfriend comes over at one point to watch him play blackjack, and she goes, I don't want to watch you play video games, and he goes, no, this is my career. So I love delusion on film. I also love degenerates. I'm more of a fan of degenerates in books, honestly, because when you see them on film, sometimes it's too real. You see them do reprehensible things, and they lose you. You're not rooting for them. But I like a lot of slackery, grimy novels, and this movie reminded me of a lot of those novels. Novels like Arthur Nersessian's The Fuck Up and Dog Run. Novels like Ben Brooks's Grow Up and Lolito. This movie reminded me a lot of Lolito. That's a very funny book. Also, Ablutions by Patrick DeWitt. He's the guy that wrote the book that French Exit was based on. Don't see French Exit. It was fucking terrible. Worst movie I've seen in years. So Jack is just a really interesting degenerate, and he's kind of cut from the same cloth as a Howard Ratner from Uncut Gems. Anyway, overall, this movie surprised me. It engaged me all the way through. It had an interesting story. It had interesting characters. It was shot interestingly and engagingly. It had a couple funny moments. I'm happy to see Buddy Durrett.
You know what? I want $500.
500?
Matter of fact, 600. Matter of fact, $600.
Okay, that's fine. Where are you?
I want 750 motherfucking cocksucking dollars. How about that?
Bro!
How about that, Jackie boy?
Bro, are you fucking kidding me? I can't give you $750.
I'm fucking with you, bro.
The performances were fine. Nothing to really write home about. And without getting into too many spoilers, I didn't love the ending. So anyway, I thought Private Chat, it surprised me. I thought it was pretty good. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. You'll know, watch the trailer, you'll know if you're interested in this movie or not. But if you like delusion, if you like straight up degenerates, people completely in denial of their own situation, this is a good, almost black comedy, but just a good character study. That's all I've got for today. I think The Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie is up next, so look forward to that. Thank you, have a good one, stay hydrated.